We are starting off our video with a little lesson in free speech, perfectly demonstrated by this teenager named Tom. When two cops pulled him over, little did they know they were about to be schooled. Tom effortlessly demonstrated a superior understanding of the law, leaving the officers baffled.
You f***ing idiot.
Despite merely walking along the roadside, a man found himself in an unexpected altercation with law enforcement. As a police officer passed by in a patrol car, the man casually flipped him off, well within his rights. However, the officers, taking personal offense, initiated an unexpected course of action.
Why you giving me the finger?
What?
What's your problem?
What?
Why you giving me the finger?
I'm walking away.
Huh?
Am I free to go?
Why you giving me the finger?
Am I free to go?
No. Come
For
here.
what reason?
Tom, as we'll refer to him, faced a sudden pullover, accused of flipping off an officer. After engaging in conversation with the officer, Tom wasted no time in asserting his rights. He promptly inquired if he was free to leave and, if not, the reason for his detention. Unsurprisingly, the officer struggled to provide satisfactory responses to these entirely valid queries.
What's your problem?
Am I free to go?
No.
What, do you have a problem?
No.
You have a problem?
No.
You don't have a problem, then I can leave.
Why you giving me the finger when you're walking? Huh? Come here.
I'm free to go.
No, you're
Walk.
not. Get over here.
Why?
Because.
Is that a lawful order?
Yeah.
For what reason?
Because you're giving me the finger.
That's legal.
No, it isn't.
Says who? What's the law?
What's your name?
The law?
What's your name? How
What's the
old are you?
law?
It's hardly a challenge to uncover the law on this matter. Predictably, contempt of cop or police disrespect often serves as a catalyst for unlawful arrests. However, it's abundantly clear that swearing or gesturing at an officer in a non-threatening manner is entirely legal across the U.S. Freedom of speech, protected under the First Amendment, extends to such actions. Courts have unequivocally ruled that giving the finger constitutes protected speech. In a similar case back in 2006, the court explicitly stated that directing the middle finger at an officer falls under this protection. Tom, therefore, stands firmly within his rights to flip the officer off. Regrettably, the situation escalates as more words are exchanged, adding fuel to the fire.
Have a good one. You fucking pig.
Whatever.
Fuck you.
What?
You are.
Come here.
I'm afraid of you?
Come here. Get over here.
What?
Get over here.
I'm not doing anything illegal.
Yeah, you are. You just cursed me off.
That's not
Turn
a
around.
crime.
Yes, it is.
Says who?
Says me. Turn around. Come on.
Bro, that is not a fucking crime.
Yes, it is. Why are you cursing me?
It's not a crime.
What's your name?
It's not a crime.
What's your name?
Help! Help!
No help.
Help!
At this critical juncture, the officer takes a questionable step by turning off his body camera. An action that not only breaches legality, but also raises concerns, particularly when handling a civilian in distress who's calling out for help. Despite this, the officer proceeds to cite Tom's recent expletives as grounds for arrest. Yet again, Tom finds himself in a situation where his words are misconstrued. However, according to the law, Tom is well within his rights to express himself verbally. The First Amendment protects all speech except for fighting words aimed at provoking an immediate breach of peace or directly threatening someone. Clearly, Tom's words do not fall into either of these categories. As backup arrives, the officer begins to grasp the possibility that he may have acted incorrectly.
You're being detained because you're acting strange.
What? That's not legal.
It is legal. He's allowed to
Who is
detain
this
you
kid?
until he performs his
So what am I
investigation.
doing though? What am I doing that made him detain me? What legal
Every
right?
time I rode by him twice, he shot me the finger. So I turned around and say, "Well, you're
Is that a crime?
problem?" And then he
That's
tells
not-
me to
no, that's not a
to
crime.
F off, big.
Yeah, fuck off, big. That's not a crime. He's looking at you because he's like, what the fuck you want me to do? Because it's not a crime. I know my rights. I don't have to say any of that.
You do if you're being detained.
For what reason?
What
What legal reason am I being detained for?
Where are you coming from and where are you?
What legal reason am I being detained for? I need to know that. Legally, I need to know that.
In a perplexing turn of events, the officers insist that Tom is legally obligated to identify himself now that he's being detained, despite their failure to provide a valid reason for his detention. While this requirement typically holds true during an arrest in New Jersey, individuals being detained and not suspected of a motor vehicle offense can legally refuse to provide identification. Yet, the officers remain oblivious to this legal nuance, further highlighting their lack of understanding regarding the situation. As the confusion deepens, they struggle to ascertain the rationale behind Tom's detention.
Why are you
Shooting me the finger.
Why are you?
Is that illegal?
Why are you flipping the bird? Yes, it is. It's causing a public disturbance and a public alarm if you are cursing.
So
in
a
public.
single one.
So when you are cursing in public, you are causing a public disturbance. You're being a nuisance to the public.
I'd like to see you guys prove it in court.
What he is doing is he's not saying you're being charged with anything. At that
I'm
point,
just
he's
figuring out
detaining
what's wrong with you.
to make
What's
sure that
going
there
on?
is nothing
Make
wrong.
sure you're okay.
What
Make sure that you're okay.
What reason does he need to detain me?
He thought maybe he thought you were signaling him down. I'm not sure.
You knew very well that I wasn't signaling to you, right? I wasn't signaling.
Well,
to you.
you bring attention to yourself.
That's not signaling.
Your action's strange. I'm making sure you're okay.
In a desperate attempt to justify their actions, the officers resort to claiming that they were conducting a welfare check and interpreted Tom's middle finger as a signal for help. However, a precedent set in a case closed in 2013 sheds light on this very matter. In that case, a similar scenario unfolded. A man was pulled over after giving a cop the finger, with the officer alleging concern for the man's well-being. Yet, the court ruled that this ancient gesture of insult does not constitute reasonable suspicion of a traffic violation or impending criminal activity. Given this precedent, it's highly likely that the court would view the officer's claims with skepticism, even in the absence of body camera footage. Perhaps the most entertaining aspect of this entire debacle is witnessing the officer's expression as he struggles to extricate himself from the predicament he's unwittingly created.
Cursing and using vulgar gestures is
So
causing
what's the First Amendment for?
Is causing a public disturbance.
What's
and
the
public
First
alarm.
Amendment for?
The First Amendment is for your freedom of speech. Okay.
Okay.
What does that have to do with
Was I
using
making a call to
gestures?
action? Was I making a call to action? Was I like
When you were
threatening
acting-
you in any way?
what are you
Did I
talking
threaten you?
about?
Do you
You
understand
know what a
your-
call to action is?
Do you understand that you're acting?
Is that a call to action? Am I calling for an action to be done against you?
Do
No.
you understand that it
bringing
is?
attention to
Listen,
yourself and
listen,
getting
listen, listen.
That's illegal.
It's behavior that's out of the ordinary.
Which one was it?
So what
'Cause now
were you
you're-
doing?
Well, I want to know from your perspective.
I
What was I
pulled up
doing?
onto the scene, so you tell me what you were doing.
To bring you attention.
I plead the fifth. You fucking idiot.
The argument persists for a few more minutes until Tom relents and hands over his ID. Surprisingly, this act prompts the officers to inform him that he's free to leave. It's worth noting that Tom was not legally obligated to identify himself. Yet this was the only action that persuaded the officers to release him. Before departing, Tom notifies the officers of his intention to pursue legal action against them. However, public information regarding the outcome of this legal pursuit or the fate of the allegedly corrupt officers remains scarce. Let's go to our next teen that shows perfect understanding of his rights.
Okay. Enough! I didn't do anything! You just tased me for no reason!
On September 29th, 2019, the tables turned for law enforcement when they targeted the wrong individual, Michael Franek's household. The catalyst? His 15-year-old son, Jack, who found himself in the spotlight after causing a stir riding a gas-powered bike, much to the chagrin of the neighbors. Annoyed by his presence, the neighbors issued threats, prompting Jack's father to intervene, sparking a heated argument. Allegedly, a neighbor made a distress call to the police, alleging that Michael Franek had a concealed weapon. Responding to the call, the police encircled Franek's residence with the intent to arrest him. However, upon their arrival, Franek's son, well-versed in constitutional rights, took charge. Franek himself chose not to engage with the officers, refusing to answer their inquiries or step out of his home. He calmly requested the officers' names and badge numbers, a request that went ignored amidst the escalating tension. As the officers pressed him about an incident, Franek maintained his innocence, claiming no knowledge of the alleged wrongdoing.
Can I help you?
Hello, are you, Michael?
Hi, can I help you with something?
Yeah, we're here about a
your name?
Officer Rodriguez.
First name?
Jim.
Jim. How are you, Jim?
Can
And
I-
your name? Please.
So,
Sorry? Badge number?
What's that?
Badge number, please?
let's go ahead and talk about the incident that you had out here a few minutes ago.
Don't know what you're talking about.
Okay. Step down here for me.
As the situation intensified, the officers persisted in their demand for Franek to step down from his position. Yet he remained steadfast in his refusal. It was at this juncture that tensions boiled over, leading to a physical altercation.
Yeah, no. Hey!
Whoa! I didn't do anything. You just came into my house without a warrant.
Is there any gun in your back pocket? I just want to make sure we're safe.
We're safe.
Okay, come on
I'm not
outside.
coming outside.
Can we talk right here?
Sure we can. Jack! Come here, record this.
Come on outside.
Record this.
Come outside.
Jack, record this. Grab my phone and record this. Whoa, I'm injured.
Okay, cooperate.
I am cooperating. You're violating my Fourth Amendment right.
Oh, stop. Outside.
You're violating my Fourth Amendment
Hey,
right.
you guys cannot come in here without a search warrant.
Suddenly, despite Franek being unarmed, the officers resorted to force in their attempt to arrest him. In a swift and unexpected turn of events, Franek found himself subjected to a tasing and forcibly dragged outside by the police, despite having committed no apparent wrongdoing.
Stop. I didn't do anything. You just tased me for no reason.
Taser deployed. Stop. Outside.
What are you doing?
Stop.
What am I being detained for?
Outside.
What am I being detained for?
Just stop resisting.
I'm not resisting. I'm not resisting. Don't go take his phone.
Fortunately, Jack had the foresight to record the entire ordeal, capturing crucial evidence of the encounter, despite facing attempts by a police officer to halt his recording.
Don't take his phone. Don't take his phone. I'm good. I'm good. I've chilled the whole time. I haven't done anything.
Relax.
I haven't resisted.
Officers.
I'm trying to just talk to you.
I am behind my back. This is unbelievable.
No, I know.
This is
They
unbelievable.
walked in the house without a search warrant.
This is unbelievable. Jack, follow me and record.
Right this way.
Follow me and record. Okay.
Give us space.
I'm not.
Give us space.
Okay.
No, Jack.
What's your space? What's your space?
Jack, record the whole thing. Oh, you're recording.
Give us space.
Does this look like enough space?
In a distressing turn, the police proceeded to apprehend Jack's father, subjecting him to further injury.
Somewhere back there.
What are we doing? You don't twist the handcuffs. You're injuring me. I'm not resisting. It's all been recorded.
It is.
I didn't resist.
I know.
I didn't do it. You know. See, he acknowledged that I didn't resist, Jack.
Yeah, I have it on video.
I didn't resist.
Well, we asked you to stop, right?
I didn't do anything against your instructions. This guy came into my house without a warrant, without any probable cause.
Let me just talk for a second.
I said I don't know anything, and he tackled me in my house.
Recognizing Jack's intelligence and potential to cause complications, the officers deliberately shut down his attempts to intervene or communicate.
Officer.
This is me and you, right?
Okay, yeah, I'm fine. No, he can
No.
talk. He can talk. No,
I can talk because I was in this
You're gonna arrest
situation.
him?
No, I'm not going to arrest
Okay, then calm down. He recorded the whole thing. This guy is out of
That's me.
control.
you. Okay.
What's your badge? What's your name?
Step back.
I'm not.
Look, he
I'm
just
on my
touched me. You
property.
can record all you want, but you're stepping back right now.
Don't touch me. Stop harassing me.
We're just trying to.
I'm videoing this. Please get out of my personal space.
No.
Yes.
You're not gonna
Get out
interfere
of my
with what we're
personal
doing.
space. This is my property. Please.
You're
get
not
out of my
going to
per-
interfere with an arrest. You can record all you want, but you're not going to get close to it.
I'm on my property. Move out of my personal space.
I'm going to stand right
This is
here.
my personal square. Please move.
I'm going to stand right here.
Please move. You're in my personal space.
No.
What's your name?
Yeah, I do not need to give you that.
Yeah, you do.
For what reason?
Don't do it.
You're
I
involved
know.
in this.
I'm involved with this, yes. But this guy threatened me and called the cops on you. And what's your badge number?
What's your name?
What's your badge number? Badge number. That says name.
3K12.
Okay.
Now, what's your name?
I'm not making any statements.
You're not making any statements?
Nope.
Okay, I have the right to identify you. You
Okay.
understand that, right?
Then you can search up my face and you can search up my record.
Okay.
Okay.
Left with limited options, the officers resorted to detaining Jack as well, threatening him with juvenile court proceedings. However, they were aware that Jack had no pending charges against him.
So you were the one driving up and down the street on the motorcycle?
I was on my gas bicycle.
Okay, that's a gas-powered vehicle. You have to have a driver's license.
No, you don't.
Yes, you do.
Not when it's 50cc and you have a permit for it.
After a period of time, Jack reiterated his and his father's rights to the officers. Eventually, the officers discovered that Michael indeed possessed a concealed carry permit, which legally permitted him to own a firearm as long as he did not brandish it unlawfully, a circumstance that had not occurred. As a result, the officers found themselves without grounds to pursue any charges against him.
Well, if he didn't threaten anyone with it, there's no... I don't
No,
think
it was
there's
just a
any sense of
concern for
trying
me.
to- Oh, no. Absolutely. But I don't think there's any reason to try to write a warrant to get in the house.
I'm going to arrest him for failure to obey a lawful command, resisting, disorderly.
Yeah, disorders, that's good because it got her attention too.
With no viable grounds for legal action, the officers were left with no recourse but to fabricate a narrative, given the absence of any actual criminal activity.
Obviously, this is going to turn into something. He's going to get you known. So
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to do the sup on how the kid was being in, how I checked his cuffs. Like, his cuffs were tight. He has big wrists. You
Yeah.
have to click like once or twice in. You
Yeah.
can't click him anymore. What do you do?
Right. Yeah.
Anyway, you got to take him, and then what are you going to do? Resisting, disorderly.
failure to identify.
Failure to.
And then I'm going to look up the having a handgun in a dispute. It might not fly, it might fly, I don't know.
We never found a gun. We got the witness statement.
Right.
But you look that up if you want. That's be my guess.
Yeah, I'll look it up.
Their attempt to fabricate a story didn't go unnoticed. Officer Rodriguez faced charges for 5 violations, including the misuse of a taser on Michael, while Officer Thor was found guilty of 3 violations. Subsequently, both officers were dismissed from their positions. Michael pursued justice through legal means, filing a lawsuit seeking compensation exceeding $1 million. Joshua Lloyd's geocaching adventure in Phoenix, Arizona took a sinister turn when he encountered the dark side of patrol officers. Geocaching, an activity involving the search for hidden containers called caches, led Joshua to the side of a public road in his quest for hidden treasures. However, his enthusiasm was met with hostility from an unexpected source.
Oh, hold on. We got the cops. They're gonna run my license plate. Morning, can I help you?
No, can we help you? Do you live here?
No, but this is public, correct?
I'm not sure on that. Could be private property.
Could be, but if there was, I do believe there would be a sign posted somewhere, right?
Not necessarily. Is that your car?
That is my car.
Okay. Well, if it is public...
I mean, I would figure it's public. You have electric access here.
Is there anybody in the car?
No, just me. But if you want to go check, go ahead, go check.
Can I get your permission to do anything else?
No.
Do I need your permission?
You would need my permission to go inside the car.
No, but you just said if you want to go check if there's someone else in the car. Do I?
Oh, yeah, go check and you can go look in and see if...
Go ahead. Do I need you to tell me to go ahead to do it, or can I do it on my own?
From the outset, it's evident that this particular officer is having a rough day. Seizing the first opportunity, he initiates an argument seemingly out of thin air. While technically correct that he doesn't require permission to inspect the car, Joshua's attempts at politeness are met with unnecessary resistance. The officer's tirade appears to stem from a place of insecurity, a sentiment that becomes increasingly apparent as the encounter unfolds.
Well, I mean, you could do it on your own. You can do a plain view search.
Okay, good. Okay, I thought you were under the impression you had to give me permission.
I mean, would you guys like my name? I'll give you my name. You don't have to run the plate for it because my name's not on the plate.
What's your name?
My name is Josh.
Josh?
Mm-hmm.
Josh what?
Lloyd.
Hey, Phil.
Joshua Lloyd.
Huh?
Joshua. You're not towing my car.
We may have to tow it. It's not registered to him. It's registered to a female. It's it's left on the roadway running. I'm not going to leave it here.
Oh, are you serious? Not even going to question me on who it's registered to? Would you like the insurance and registration?
No, you're not driving it. Why would I ask for that?
The officer's behavior suggests an inclination to escalate minor issues unnecessarily. While it may raise eyebrows that the car is registered under a different name and the occupant appears disoriented, it's reasonable to assume Joshua has a valid explanation. However, rather than engaging in dialogue to clarify the situation, the officer opts to tow the car and contact the owner, disregarding Joshua's willingness to explain.
I'm going to try and get a hold of the owner, see if they know where the car is. Otherwise,
she'll tell you that her son-in-law has it. You're gonna let him act like that just because I'm standing over here next to a wall and you guys haven't even asked me what I'm doing. I even turned around, I gave you the thumbs up. He comes out all hard. Why? I'm not trying to catch you in anything, man. Asking a simple question.
The smirks exchanged between the other officers convey a silent understanding of their partner's behavior. While they acknowledge the irrationality and peculiarity of his actions, they also recognize the delicate balance of not openly criticizing him.
Have you been allowed to use the car?
I live with her, yes, and I'm allowed to use the car, hence the reason why I have it.
Okay, all right, well, we're going to do some research, find out whose property that is. You got your name, your information. If it turns out that it is private property, then I'll author a report for trespassing.
I don't think it would be private property because what I was doing was a public event. So you guys never even asked me.
Listen to your statement. I don't think. That's why I'm going to find out for sure whose property.
Okay, you go ahead for sure.
Again, here's the thing. I don't need your permission to check out whose property it is, but I appreciate you giving me the go-ahead.
Can I have your name and badge number, please? Your card?
8632.
8632.
You're recording it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I have your name and badge number, please? All right. Thank you. I greatly appreciate that.
As the first officer departs, The demeanor of the second officer shifts, reminiscent of a parent humorously indulging a child's whims. Despite the first officer's assurance of conducting research regarding the property's ownership, Josh is keenly aware of the dubious grounds for potential trespassing charges. The footage clearly indicates that the area adjacent to the public sidewalk lacks any signage indicating private property. Even if it were privately owned, the absence of such signage renders Josh unaware of any prohibition against his presence, negating the element of knowingly entering private property, a crucial component in establishing trespassing. However, before bidding farewell to the officers, Josh has one final message to convey.
I could do some further research before you go on a property, find out.
You know, hold on. Before you go and give me the lecture, how about this? Before you come up all hard ass on somebody, you ask them what they're doing. You could ask me simply at the very beginning, very nicely, hey, what are you doing?
Do the research and find out whose property you're on, because you may be breaking the law.
It's public property, I can tell you that.
You're stating that as a fact.
I am. I'm stating it as a fact because I like fucking with you guys.
Well, now you're using more profanity.
I can use profanity. It's the First Amendment.
No, you can't.
It's the First Amendment. You cannot restrict my speech. I can use it to emphasize my sentences. One man's curse word is another man's lyric.
Despite Josh's articulate and accurate engagement throughout the interaction, he found himself subjected to poor treatment by a police officer who demonstrated a lack of understanding of the situation. Josh remained cooperative, providing all requested information and maintaining politeness throughout. Nevertheless, the officer's mishandling of the situation and misunderstanding of the law warranted Josh's assertion of his rights, including his right to free speech. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to say so in the comments, and make sure to check out the video on your screen right now. I will be waiting there. I will be waiting there.